Hi again out there in Ham Radio Land. It's Ham Radio Man Oz with another exciting episode number 8. Wow, thanks for all the views that you guys are giving me out there. Please don't forget to rate my videos, give it a big thumbs up if you like the video, and also subscribe, and please leave a comment whether you like the video or is there something in particular you liked about it or you didn't like about it or you want some more information on or something you want me to examine to touch on. Give me a comment, hit that thumbs up button, and please subscribe to my channel. And a big shout out to my friends out there, and also a shout out to the radio ham and shortwave radio channel as well. Very good channel. Okay, now today's topic, what I'm going to be talking about is the BAOFENG radios. Two things in particular. One is which model should you buy, and also the DM5R Plus upgrade from Tier 1 to Tier 2. Now, I'll get into that in a minute, but let's have a look. I have two BAOFENG radios. The first one which I bought was the BFFA Plus, and that is simply a UV5R that's just been upgraded to what they call, well, this is what they say it is anyway. They say it's the third generation of the UV5R. Now, the main difference with this one is that the screen, when you turn it on, it doesn't have that orange, blue, red screen. I'll just turn the volume down on that. It doesn't have the orange blue screen. So if I get that close to you, you'll see that's the screen as it is at all times. It's just that color. It's what they call a privacy color, I think. It does have the settings in there to change the colors, but it doesn't work. The multicolored LEDs don't work in this one, and I personally don't mind that at all. I find that that's fine, because this looks to me in a more professional, easy way to see, instead of just having the multicolored LEDs. Now, not to say I don't like the multicolored LEDs. My other radio, the digital one, does do that, as a lot of the others do, but the BFFA Plus doesn't, but still works perfectly. Now, this was the first one I bought. I bought it on eBay. It was about $45 from China, delivered. Nothing else to pay. There's a lot of different prices out there for a lot of the BAOFENG radios, and of course you want to try and get it as cheap as you can. So this one came with a very good antenna. It came with a 1800 milliamp hour battery and works straight out of the box with the charger and everything like that. I've never had a problem with it, and when I got on to when I was at work, I would pull it out on my break and just try to chat to my ham radio friends in the Gold Coast Amateur Radio Club, and they gave me great reports on it, so it was working extremely well. So that's the BFFA Plus, and they're great little radios. Program them, VHF, UHF. I wish I'd gotten one sooner, actually, but I use it a lot for the 2 meter band, and all my contacts, they keep telling me, sounds great, lovely audio. So thank you very much, guys. The thing about them I like too is rather interesting. Now, I've got this on a blank frequency because I did find out by mistake that I didn't know it does this over the air. It has an alarm feature that I find is really cool. If you hold down the top button here, which also, the button, if you press it momentarily, it selects, if you hold it down, you press it down. Okay, I'll just cancel that out for a minute. It's supposed to have, like, they have an FM radio built in, and for some reason now it doesn't want to select the FM radio. I don't know why. What have I done there? I don't know. But they do have an FM radio, and it works on this one, I know, because I've done it. But they have this alarm feature. And when I first tried the alarm feature, I didn't know that it went over the air. And I was on my 2 meter amateur channel for the Gold Coast Amateur Radio Club, and I was testing out this thing, and one of my contacts came back and he said, that's a lovely alarm you've got there. And I said, oh right, I didn't realize that, and I was told that that's what they do. But if you're not familiar with the alarm feature on this is really cool, and it varies in volume with the volume control. But if you're ever in trouble, it's great. You just hold that button in, the light flashes on top, and you can hear it. That is really cool. That is really, really cool. I like that. And yeah, so it'll stay on and it'll get loud as you do. The FM radio does work as long as there's no signal coming through on the channel that you're on at the time. So you can see, and you can hear. I don't know what channel that's on, but you just push that red button momentarily to turn the FM radio, and you can scan right through. So they are a really, really great little toy, and they've got a little light. You push the button down the bottom once, and you get a steady LED light, which is very bright, rather bright. And if you push it again, it flashes. So I don't know why the flashing, but yeah. So that's the BFFA Plus. I love it. Great little radio, and it comes in very, very handy. Now, besides that, I did buy the digital one because a lot of people were talking about digital. Now, in actual fact, when you do buy these digital radios, this one has the multicolored LEDs, as you can see. And I've just got it on blank channels again so that it doesn't interfere with anybody. And you can see that the LEDs are changing colour. The reason I bought this digital one was simply because, well, digital was new to me. I don't know if we have any digital repeaters on the coast. I haven't explored that option yet, or that avenue yet, so that's something I'll look into down the line. What I primarily bought it for was just to find out what it was and a bit more about it. I've seen some videos on the YouTube about them, and so I was curious. I thought, well, I'll spend the extra money and just grab one of them just for a test. And they're a good little radio too. Does every single thing that the other radio does, except it does have the digital mode. But then I read about tier 1, tier 2, because I know very little about digital, and the upgrading feature. Okay, so I waited until the upgrade was available. It was only $10, so I thought, okay, fine. I'll investigate into this. So I just purchased the upgrade just the other day. $10, well, it was about $13 Australian. And I watched a lot of videos on YouTube that other guys that have done their upgrades and all that, and showed step by step. And I thought, okay, well, this is pretty simple. And I read through the instructions they sent you, which are a bit vague, but, fine. So I put the files in a separate folder, and I proceeded to try and do the upgrade. Well, guess what? Nothing happened. It won't upgrade. Now, before I go into the upgrade on this radio, I'm going to show you the CP version, or the current version that it's on, if I can get into the menu there. And currently it will tell me, I'll go through the menu here and I'll just find it for you. It should, somewhere around here. Just bear with me for one moment. Well, I might have to edit this out. There we are. Okay, so what it says is, of course it doesn't help if you hit that. It says CP version 071516. 15106. I don't know if you can see it. It went back to the channel mode, so I have to just get that. There we are. So that's the current version on it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up as described. I'm going to take the antenna off. I'm going to plug it into the computer, put it in developer mode, and try to do the upgrade. And you can follow with me, and then maybe someone's got an answer as to why it's not working. Coming back to this, what they say is you hold down the PTT button and turn on the on-off volume. I've got it plugged into the computer. We hold down that on-off button, that PTT. We're holding down the PTT, and we're going to rotate the on-off button. And there we are. Let go of the PTT. Don't need to do anything more. Now it's in what they call developer mode. It is in developer mode. So all we need to do now is follow the instructions as they say. We don't need to do anything on the radio. Everything's done through software. So we'll come back to that in just a sec. Okay, so when you get the upgrade, it'll be a zip file and it will contain a password, and the password's 123456 on both the files. There's two files, and they give you that password anyway, so I'm not giving anything away to you. It's a standard thing that they use. All their files, it's just 123456 as a password, so I'm not giving anything away because that's how they come, and they tell you what the password is. So then you get these two files will be extracted, And one is an encryption software that you use, and the other is the actual upgrade file. So what we do is, first of all, we double click on the encryption software. We load that up. Now I can actually close this screen. Now you see it actually created this V setting configuration when I launched this V setting. Now they say to actually delete the V setting before setting up the upgrade. Now I think what they're talking about though is an older version of the software, because this, they say in the instructions, is to delete this before launching the software. Well, there is no V setting before launching the software. So if you actually double click on the V setting to find out, all it's telling you is the COM port setup and the speed. So because I have to change the COM port, and to be on the safe side, I will change the COM port to my active port, in this case, which is COM9. Now, whatever COM port you're using to communicate with the radio is what you'll change it to. And then you also keep this speed, if it's not already set on 57600, it needs to be 57600. Now, I'm going to close that real quickly because I don't think that that's going to make any difference. But now what I'm going to do is delete the V setting. Now I'm going through something slightly different to what I've done before because it hasn't been working. So I'm going to delete that just to make sure everything's sweet. I'm going to bring this back up. It creates a V setting, but it's still on COM1. That's interesting. Okay, didn't save it. Over here it says COM1. Alright. I'm going to try this because I never thought about doing this. I'll just change this to COM9 over here and save that. And sometimes you have to sort of figure things out for yourself. Okay, anyway, what's important is here in the software we've got COM9. Now I'm just going to go through now. According to the instructions, what you do is, first of all, you open the port. Once that's done, you open the port. And down the bottom it'll say port open. Now the radio is still in that developer mode that we saw in the beginning. Okay, now once that's done, what we do is select the upgrade file. And so in this case, we select the upgrade file. There it is in the folder we created, DM5R program, which is what I created for it. And that's per the instructions. I'm going to select that and then open. And then it says upgrade file has been selected. Now all you should have to do is click on upgrade program and it should work. Well, it hasn't worked for me at any stage of the game so far. Let's see if maybe changing that in the V setting actually works. So let's go. Make sure the machine is in IAP mode or development mode. Yes, it is, so we can click OK. And let's see if anything happens. And I don't think so. I think it's going to do the same thing. No, it did. It did the same thing to me that it's always been doing. It comes up with this send timeout. It just doesn't want to seem to go. It's connected to the radio. The radio's in development mode, but it does not want to go. It just says send timeout. Let's try that again. I know that the file's already still in there. I'm going to try again. Upgrade. Yes. Let's see if it works. Some people have said they've had to do it a couple of times. Other people have had no problems doing it. Now, one of the things I did think about while I was trying to do this, now here it comes, send timeout again. Okay, so I'm going to close the port. Port's closed, and I'm going to close that. One of the things that I thought it might be was to do something with the board setting, 57600. So I tried this, and I changed it back last night because it didn't work still. So go into Control Panel, go into Device Manager, and go to your ports, and there it is there, COM9. Now it says USB serial CH340, and in their instructions they say prolific USB. I don't think there's any difference. Is there a difference? If somebody can tell me if there's a difference, great, let me know. But according to this, it all works fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change back the properties, go into the port settings, and I've got this. Well, originally they'll default to 9600 on the bits per second on the port. I'm going to change it back now to 57600, and I did change the flow control here to X on, X off to see if it made any difference. It didn't make any difference, so I'm going to set it now back to that. I'm going to leave it at 57600, And there's no parity. There's nothing in the instructions to tell you about parity settings or anything like that. So I figure that's all just standard. Checking the advanced, everything's high. The receive buffer, transmit buffer. Now, here's something I haven't tried. Let's drop these down. Let's see if adjusting them down makes any difference at all. I'll put them maybe about there, because sometimes the flow rate might be too high. Should I turn any of that off? It doesn't say anything about this in instructions. This is all experimenting to see what's working. I'll just try that and come back to that. I'll leave that open so that I can get back to it. And the V setting's still there. I'll just delete that out of there. Delete. Yes. And we'll try launching the software again. Okay. Yep. It'll still default to COM1 in the settings, I bet. It did. Alright, I'll leave that as it is. Bring the software back up. Bring that over. Alright, I'm on COM9 57600, open port. Port's open. Alright, selecting the upgrade file. Selecting the upgrade file. Open. File has been selected. Update the program. Make sure it's in the IAP. Yes, it is. And double checking that. Yes. Okay. Let's see what happens this time. Anything going to happen? Is it going to work for me? And I'm thinking that it's not going to, regardless. Nope, send timeout. Okay. So, I don't know what's going wrong here at all. I'm going to close the port. Bring up this V setting. It's now on COM9. So, well. So, it just doesn't want to upgrade. Alright, I'm going to quickly turn the radio off and put it back in developer mode. Checking that when I turn it on, it comes back to normal. Yes, it does. Alright, holding down the PTT button and turning it on. It's now in developer mode again. I've confirmed that. And the battery's got a full charge, by the way. They say that you make sure your battery's got a full charge. It does have a full charge. And I'm going to select the upgrade file again. Here we go. Alright, port, open the port. I've already selected the file. Let's try upgrading again. Yes, it's in IAP. And let's see what happens. And I don't think it's going to work again. No, send timeout. Okay, I'll try one more time. Close the port. Bring up my port again. I'm going to change that back. Properties, port settings, restore defaults. I'm going to restore all the defaults. How's that? Bring this back up to where it was. Up. Take you back up to high. Thank you. And come on, mouse, work for me. Up to high. Okay. So I've just restored that to defaults. Settings there. Let's try one more time. Okay, so COM9 57600. The radio's in developer mode, connected to the computer. Let's open the port. The port is open. Let's select the upgrade file. Selecting the upgrade file. File done. And let's upgrade. Yes, it's in IAP mode. Let's go OK. Oh, access violation of address. Okay, that's new. That didn't happen before. Okay. That didn't come up before, so not sure what happened there. Alright, well, obviously nothing's going to happen. So, close the port. I'll just close the program. And I'll delete the V setting again. And I'll just try that one more time for the dummies. Okay, let's go back to COM9 57600. Open the port, selecting the upgrade file. File selected, upgrade the program. Yes, my radio's in developer mode. And let's see the magic happen or not happen. And I don't like the looks of it. Send timeout. So, there we are, guys. I don't know. It seems to have worked for other people. It doesn't want to work for me. What am I doing wrong? What's going on here? I don't know. If somebody can tell me an answer, or maybe you've done it with your DM5R Plus, or maybe mine's already upgraded, but it doesn't seem to be. So that's the way it goes. So that's the end of that one, and can't upgrade it. So as you can see, guys, we were unable to upgrade the DM5R Plus. The cable that I'm using is actually one that says BAOFENG on it. Bought that separately on eBay. Came with the software drivers. It's got the standard 2 pins connection and the USB. And I've used this quite successfully, this cable, to program through Chirp the BFFA Plus. Oh, and there's a note there. If you do own a BFFA Plus and you're having trouble upgrading it with Chirp, make sure you select UV5R. It is still a UV5R, just upgraded. So that's the reason. I find that when I put it into Chirp, the BFFA Plus that is, and select Chirp, if I select the UV5R, it will work fine. So just a note there. But that cable works fine with the 2 radios to program them. It even works fine with the software to upgrade, the software to program the DM5R Plus, but just can't upgrade it. So, as my little mate Kevin would say, what would you say about that, Kev? I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Yeah, thanks, mate. My ventriloquism might not be the best. Hello, how you going in there, Radio Land? Just wonderful to be here. Yeah, all right, Kevin. He has that shocked look on his face because, yes, we can't upgrade. So, you know, they say you don't have to be mad to be a ham radio operator, but it helps. Alright guys, anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, help get the video out there, and let's get some information rolling about the upgrades from these DM 5R Plus radios. Let's see if we can solve the situation. I've emailed BAOFENG. I'm waiting for responses. You know, who knows if I'll get a response. In the meantime, this is Ham Radio Man Oz saying take care out there, look for you on the airwaves, and a big 73s. Cheers.